Hi there, this is Lynn Allen. Thank you for joining me for another AutoCAD tip courtesy of Cadalyst magazine. I am coming to you from beautiful Portugal, where I'm enjoying a much needed vacation, which explains my surroundings. So, no cow ears this week, what can I say? So I hope that you tuned in a couple weeks ago where I did a video tip on multi-function grips as it related to polylines. We're going to take that one step further, and I'm going to show you some pretty cool things that you can do with lines and arcs. Just plain old lines and arcs, but very, very powerful, especially when it comes to editing. Okay, so here's the deal. I have a line on here. This is just a plain old boring line. I'm going to select that line and just hover over the grip at the end point. Okay, I didn't click on anything yet. And you will see that I have the option to do a stretch or a lengthen. Oh, all right, let's go ahead and do a lengthen. And then you'll see that I have two boxes on the screen of text, right? These are the values. So right now, it's showing me how much longer the line will become. That's the blue box, based on any input I give it. So if I key in, let's say 3, it will make my line 3 units longer. That's kind of handy. That's pretty fast and pretty efficient if you don't have a big explanation going on at the same time. All right, let's do that again. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to select lengthen again. But this time I don't want to tell it how much longer I want the line to be. I want to tell it the total length of the line. I'm sure you've run into situations where you just wanted to do that really quickly, right? So here's the key. If you hit the tab key, you go between the boxes. So I'm going to hit the tab key, and so now I can give it the information for the total length of the line. All right? So let's say I want the total length of the line maybe to be 5, or whatever the situation is. So the tab key goes between the boxes. All right? So just to kind of also give you some information here, stretch does exactly the same thing that lengthen does, but it allows you to change that angle as well. In fact, if you use your tab key at some point, you'll be able to control that angle in the angle box. All right, and you'll also see, if you pause for a second and read the tip, not that we ever actually read those tips, you'll see that it says press control to cycle between stretch and lengthen. So if I hold my control key down, it will actually go between stretch and lengthen. It's kind of cool. All right, so you can do all of that with just plain old lines. And it's actually very similar with arcs, same kind of capability. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all those grips on the lines, and let's select an arc. All right, if I move my cursor to the end point of the arc, you'll see once again, stretch and lengthen. No big surprise, right? We're pros at that now. If I move my cursor over the midpoint there, you will see that I have the ability to do a stretch or change the radius of the arc. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty fast way of doing that, isn't it? All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pick stretch. So you can kind of see how that works. Keeps the same endpoints, allows you to stretch that arc out. And you'll also see that you have boxes there that you can dynamically make modifications to. If I hit the control key, just as I mentioned, now you're going to be changing the radius. So switch it again, it goes back to stretch. And again, it goes to radius. So that control key allows you to toggle between the two options that are available with these multi-function grips. Pretty cool. And that's just with plain old lines and arcs. All right, so next time we're going to move on to what you can do with dimensions and multi-function arcs. Oh, I bet you are on the edge of your seat. How will you ever wait for 2 more weeks? Probably won't be able to. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my vacation, and I hope that you have a great week and that hopefully you had a 3-day weekend. Take care.